right, guys, welcome to Virtual Tailgate. It is Sunday, week 4. You know it. Joseph Robert here, beyond excited. Welcome to the Virtual Tailgate. I'm pleased to bring the top, let me repeat, the top influencers for every pro football team. A couple teams missing today, but again, people have lives. Sometimes they got personal things. But I got as many people here as possible to cover most of the teams and these matchups. We're going to go head to head. And the analogy I give is you got the two spiders in the jar and I shake it up. I'm bringing the heat. I'm bringing the energy. And I'm excited, guys. Week 4 is upon us and it's been crazy. It's been intense. I mean, with the pandemic, with the madness. And I see people in the comments. By the way, leave comments. I'm going to be interacting a little bit more with the fan base. Everybody's asking for Big Cat already. Listen, Big Cat will be here. He is on cue as the second matchup. Let me just give you guys a quick view of everybody in here. I'm going to split the screen here. I'm going to pull up the gallery view. Can I get everybody to give a hell yeah wave to everybody? We got Basarowski, we got Norb Cam, we got the Cowboys Law Nation, we got our lead writer, we got Scott the Doc. We're going to be covering everything. Welcome to week 4, guys, and I'm beyond excited. So let's get to this. Let's bring on Dose of Dion. We'll start off with the Saints and the Lions. And below, guys, make sure you guys follow Fan Network for all the latest news, notes from all the top influencers. So let's go. Dose of Dion, are you here? Where are you?
Yes, sir, Joe. I'm right here, man. Super excited. Big day today.
Oh, man, it better be a big day. What is going on with those Lions, man? I mean, they've got a 1-2 record. They are playing the Saints, who are also 1-2. This is a big game. You are at home. Like when we got Zach, you're going to be covering the Saints. Zach, can you give us a quick shout out?
Sir.
Listen,
we covering the Saints.
Listen, I'm excited about this game because I got Kenny G in the lineup. And let's start off with you, Zach, since you're on the screen. What are some expectations for the Saints? Is Michael Thomas? I think he's out still, right? And we're gonna. By the way,
Thomas is out.
Sorry, we're gonna get after this. We're gonna go to Scott the Doc because we got to talk about injuries, and then we'll come back before our third match. So let us know about the Saints.
Well, the Saints, their offense this season has started with Alvin Kamara, and that's pretty much been their offense. Alvin Kamara, I expect to have a great game again. Nothing is going to be stopping him. He's one of the 2 top backs in the league right now that are healthy. Him and Zeke, you can go either way, but Kamara's had an amazing impact on this offense. They do have an injury along the offensive line, but they still have a great offensive line, and I expect Alvin Kamara to have a huge game. Emmanuel Sanders, he started to step into that role. He had a touchdown last week. He could have another good game. And their defense, I expect a good game from Kenny Golladay. I don't think anyone's going to be able to stop him. He's a great wide receiver. But the Saints will still win this game by 7.
All right, Dose, what's going on with those Lions, man?
Yeah, man. So we got a big win. We needed that last week. But man, the injuries are the story, I think, of this game for sure. The Saints, they're down 6 starters going into this game. We've dealt with the injury bug early, so hopefully we can kind of maybe get back at the Saints a little bit here. They're missing their top 2 corners heading into this game. Jonas Jenkins and Marshawn Lattimore both out. So, with Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones Jr., I'm expecting them to hopefully have a pretty big game. Matthew Stafford seemed to kind of get it going. 270 passing yards last week in that big win. So I'm thinking that this could be potentially his biggest game, and he could bounce back and continue to add on to last week's performance, man. This is big. It's big to go 2-2 heading into the bye week. And then after that, maybe a little bit favorable of a schedule to potentially get on a little bit of a run here.
All right, final score here, guys, for this game.
Okay, yeah, so I'm sticking with what I did last week. I still technically predicted a loss because when I do that, we win. But like I said, don't be surprised if the Lions would just win 33-26. I think the Lions are going to try to stick to the ground game, keep the Saints offense off the field, and hopefully they can limit Kamara and limit those first down plays.
Yeah, it depends on which Drew Brees comes out and shows up because that guy is not looking good this season. Zach, what's your final score on this?
I got the Saints winning probably 27-20.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Let's move on. I missed it. Let's go to the latest news and then injuries here. So, Matt, are you there with some latest news? And then Scott will come in and cover the injuries for us. So let's start off here with Matt with the latest news here. Anything we need to be aware of? I understand with the pandemic, it's been crazy.
Yeah, there's been a lot of updates around the NFL with COVID outbreaks, probably most notably being the Tennessee Titans. So their game schedule tonight has been postponed to a later date in the season. Obviously, we have Cam Newton testing positive. As reported, he was the only New England Patriot to test positive. So that game is scheduled to go ahead as planned. It looks like the Tennessee Titans are going to be accruing some sort of penalty. Could be a fine, could be a draft pick because of their violation of the COVID protocols. And it also looks like there is team officials around the league who are actually hoping to put a pause on the season.
What?
Sources are
What kind of
saying that
snowflake did that? Hold on. Who said this?
it was reported by PFF. So it looks like what they want to do is pause the season, renegotiate a 12-game schedule to limit travel, put teams in a bubble, and try and limit the outbreaks as much as possible.
What the hell is that? I'm going to punch that guy in the face, whoever that was. No, you keep going. You move on. You know, everybody, it's a flu. I understand everybody's upset. It's serious and all this. I'm still not sold. I don't know, man. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I'm not sold on this stuff. I don't know, man. Where's Scott? I need a doctor in here. Are you done here? Matt, I'm pissed off now. Anything else in the news?
It looks like the Oakland Raiders are also going to accrue some sort of fines for their violation of the COVID protocol as well, too.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Scott, where are you, man? What's going on with this COVID thing? Give me a doctor. I need a doctor.
Yes, sir. Scott the doc in the house.
What's going on here, man? They want to limit the season, the COVID. What's going on with this flu thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of expected, as we talked about at the beginning of the season, that there was going to be some COVID-related, quote-unquote, injuries or, IR spots for people that went out on COVID. Cam Newton, obviously the first big name to be tested positive for that. The Saints recently had somebody test positive, but then they retested and actually got one of those false negatives, one like Stafford dealt with earlier in the preseason. So, it's a mess right now. Obviously anybody affected by the New England, Kansas City game, if you've got players on those squads, you're going to have to watch and just see. They as of now are looking to play Tuesday, but if things start taking a turn south, that may change. So, buyer beware when you're starting anybody in the KC New England groups. Just a couple of injuries to go over real quick, and then we'll kind of circle back around to the COVID situation. Devontae Adams, the Packers wide receiver, he's likely going to play today. Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley, both the wide receivers for Atlanta, likely to play. Julio's nursing that hamstring, Ridley with the ankle. Chris Carson, knee injury, he will likely play for the Seattle Seahawks. Kareem Hunt, shoulder injury for the Browns, he will likely play. And last but not least, this is the only one that I think may not play. Terry McLaurin, the wide receiver for Washington, likely won't play today. And if he does, he's one to avoid because I think he's going to end up being on a very limited snap count. But it's likely that he will not play today. So circling back around to the COVID stuff, man, I mean, we're going to obviously see what happens with Tennessee and how they handle it. They were able to push the Tennessee-Pittsburgh game to a bye week. From here on, though, it gets sloppy because once teams start utilizing a bye week that's not really there, they're not going to be able to make up some of these games, or if they do, it'll have to be pushed into later in the season. So, the 12-game schedule, that doesn't even really make much sense to me because, again, as soon as you run into a bye week that's not really your bye week, the whole schedule gets thrown off. So, and it starts becoming unfair to teams to have to play, several weeks in a row or on a very short week. If you're playing on a Tuesday, then have to turn around and play on a Sunday because your game got pushed because of COVID. Again, the fairness of the league starts going out the window. So, we'll have to keep monitoring individual COVID positive tests and just see how that goes. But realistically, it does spell disaster for the NFL if this gets worse and worse.
I don't know. Like I said, 2020 has been an absolute disaster all around. And I don't know. I'm sure COVID's real. It's a real deal. I mean, everyone's getting it. But I mean, where did this come from? It's just so much control. This is a whole other topic I won't get into right now. But it's so much control. I got to wear a mask. I got to do this. It's like the control is what I hate. And I don't like to be controlled in any way. It's controlling everything, right? It's like, I just want this thing to fuck off and let's move on with our fucking lives. You know what I mean? It's stupid. It's crazy. All this shit. All of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, not fun, but I mean, at the same time, if we want football, if we want this to continue, these guys who are getting paid multi-million-dollar contracts, they've got to do their part too. And they've got to, follow the protocol. So, right. We'll see what happens, but right now we're right on the brink of having an absolute disaster of a season.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we recuperate. Thanks, Scott. Let's move on to the matchups. We appreciate you. We'll see you next Sunday as per usual. Means a lot. All right, so let's move on here. Let's go to the Cardinals and the Panthers. And I feel like the Panthers are going to be chewing on some birds today. Let's start off with you guys.
What?
Yeah.
Birdie.
That is craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Now, I get last week, I made myself look dumb when we said we were going to play against the Lions, and we ended up, losing that game. All of us are still in awe with that whole sort of thing, but there's no doubt in my mind that the Arizona Cardinals are going to come back stronger and better because we got Christian Kirk coming back and DeAndre Hopkins is coming back. There's no doubt in my mind that DeAndre Hopkins is not going to have a huge game against Big Cat's Panthers over there. Here goes.
Where is he? He's building
birdie. I won't hurt you. I just want to.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you something. The Panthers win this game, going away 33-17. Midget Mike, Kyler Murray will throw 2 interceptions in this game. He has 5 interceptions in 3 games, including 2 against the Lions. The cuttable, lovable Lions. 2 interceptions.
Hey, the Lions are not. The Lions are better than you think they are. Actually,
Jeremy Chin will introduce himself to Kyler Murray over and over again, pounding himself into the ground. And let me tell you this right here. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins, best receiver in the league. He has a ankle injury.
Yeah, he's banged up.
Rasul Douglas. Do you guys know who Rasul Douglas is? Quietly, a top 10 cornerback, according to ProFootballFocus.com. This will be a matchup that the Carolina Panthers will lullaby, baby, go to sleep. We'll lull them to sleep, and with a victory. I got lemon pepper cardinal wings for everybody. 50 piece, 33-17.
Hey.
What do you got to say?
3 sacks. It's going to, okay. Teddy Bridgewater is not going to have a good game. Our defensive line is going to go ahead and wreak havoc. If it's not Chandler Jones, it's going to be... It's going to happen,
Do you know who we played last week? I don't
care.
Hold on.
Fuck played a rookie and almost lost that game.
That. I want you to tell me what you told me on your podcast.
Yep.
You said the Cardinals defense is better than the Chargers. Say it again.
I said Chandler Jones is better than Joey Bosa.
Let him hear it. Let him hear it, AZ.
Chandler Jones is better than Joey Bosa is exactly what I said. And go ahead and go back and go ahead and rewatch it. Chandler Jones is better than Joey Bosa. He's there. He gets a lot more production than Joey Bosa. Hands down. I have no problem saying that again.
So you're talking about one player. We had to go up against Tillery. We had to go against Linval, Joseph. And we had to go against Joey Bosa. You're talking about one guy. Really? Fuck out of here, bro. We got this.
Jordan Phillips.
Yeah.
Jordan Phillips. You're going to go ahead and go pause up once we win. Watch. You'll see. You'll see.
Look at those little birds there. They're going to get chewed up. All right.
Let me give you my prediction.
Let's hear it.
Before I go.
I got your prediction. 33-17 Panthers.
No, that's terrible
Who
prediction.
wants the next segment? Panthers.
Terrible prediction. No. 17 Panthers, 33 Cardinals.
Wow. All right. Well, you heard it right here, guys. There it is. So, but I think the Panthers need to win this game. Let's put it that way. It's a must-win for the Panthers here. I don't know. It's going to be close. They are at home. It's a tough one. I mean, Arizona is a 3-point favorite here. The offense, I mean, Hopkins is a little banged up. Is that going to be a factor?
Joe, don't you come at me with no goddamn no 3-point numbers. What did the number say last week, Joe?
Yeah, you guys pulled it up.
Problem. D-Hop is going to be there, hurt or not. This guy's never missed the game. He's going to be there and he's going to show up over 100 yards. Trust me, on his little DBs he's got over there. Jeremy Chin, I don't care who the hell that is. You got DeAndre Hopkins, buddy. That's it. That's all I got to say.
You're bragging about DeAndre Hopkins torching Okuda, who's a rookie. I'm talking about a top 10 veteran, according to Pro Football Focus and Rasul Douglas, and an 80% DeAndre Hopkins. Now, one thing you guys do good is y'all are top of the line when it comes to third down defense. Y'all are number 1 when it comes to third down defense. They had 35 attempts against you guys. You only allowed 10 third down conversion this year. And y'all are good in the red zone. So I say we'll get 4 field goals off you guys, but I think Teddy Bridgewater is due for his first multiple touchdown game of the 2020 season. Balls up, Panthers.
All right, we gotta move on. We really gotta move on here. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Let's move on to Jacksonville and Bengals. And by the way, stay tuned. We got Reubens. I think he's in here. He's got to shave his head live, so stay tuned for that, guys. Make sure you guys are glued. You stay here. We got it. One of our ambassadors got to shave his head in a few moments here. So Jacksonville and the Bengals. Where are you here, Jacksonville? Let's talk to you. Are you here?
Yeah, buddy.
What's going on with Jacksonville? We got JT covering the Bengals. So Jacksonville this week, I mean, you're coming off a tough, I think you guys lost last week. Bengals need to do something.
Oh, yeah.
They can't win for the life of them. I mean, what happens here? This is a bit of a disaster matchup here. 2-point favorite. How do you even announce a favorite here? Bengals get the home field advantage with a 2-point favorite. What are some expectations for the Jacksonville Jaguars today, bro?
Well, they get to take a look at what a first-round quarterback looks like. And maybe they'll be eyeing one in Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields next year. I don't think Minshew wants that. I don't think he wants that. I think they come in and I think they take advantage of a few injuries. Mackenzie Alexander right now doubtful in the secondary, which is huge in the slot for Keelan Cole. And they're going to be missing Geno Atkins. They're going to be missing Mike Daniels. That run defense is going to be terrible. I think James Robinson will get the ball close to 20 times, and I think they're going to go to a more run-heavy approach on first down, and they're really going to win with their defense because Burrow, he's been pressured 47 times. He's been hit 12 times. He's been sacked 14 times. I know that Jacksonville line doesn't get pressure, only 26 pressures on the year. The Dolphins got that last Thursday night in one game alone against Jacksonville. I think they get to Burrow here, and they actually win with their defense for once.
JT, what do you got to say about that?
I wholeheartedly agree with your. I disagree with your assessment wholeheartedly. Like, even though Joe Burrow's getting pressure a lot, he's still throwing multiple touchdowns. Like, Cincinnati is favored to win this game because of basically, if it wasn't for a couple of mistakes, you basically could make the argument that they should be 2-1, 3-0 right now. And you talk about Jacksonville's defense, like their defense just didn't get torched by Ryan Tannehill. And Miami, like, did you see Ron Fitzmagic last week? Like, dude was running like he was Lamar Jackson. How old is he? Isn't Lamar Jackson supposed to be the fastest linebacker in the NFL? And how old is Ron Fitzpatrick? So, I mean, I don't want to hear none of that nonsense about Jacksonville winning with defense. This is going to be a high-scoring affair. Jacksonville's secondary is absolute garbage. C.J. Henderson has allowed a touchdown in the last 2 matchups that he's played in ever since that Week 1 fiasco against Phillip turnover the ball Rivers. So, I mean, I still think Jacksonville wins this game, but I think Jacksonville will probably win like 31 to like 30. And Joe Burrow's starting to all my fantasy leagues, so he better put up some numbers in this game.
Wow.
See, what Jacksonville is going to do, though, they're going to bring their corners in shallow. They're going to be like, hey, Burrow, beat us deep. We're going to bring pressure. You're not going to have time. He's 1 of 16 on passes 20 yards or more. He has not been successful deep. He hasn't had the time to even look deep. I think this game will be a little bit more defensive than what people think. And Burrow is 1 hit away from seeing ghosts. And we saw what that looks like Thursday. We saw what seeing ghosts looks like Thursday.
You can't compare Sam Darnold to Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow just has the mental for it. Like, look at Sam Darnold in his press conference. He looks sad. He looks depressed. Like, the dude,
Adam Gase is his coach.
Yeah.
He's on the Jets too.
But Zach Taylor's no better. I mean, they can't even bench Barbie Hart. Like, Barbie Hart alone is a caution sign to Joe Burrow's health. Like, the dude is just absolutely terrible. So, I mean, listen, man, I think that the Bengals and the Jaguars are going to put up some points, and they better put up some points because Joe Burrow will get a mean comment from me on his Instagram post. He has less than 20 fantasy points. And Joe, you know how that goes.
Yeah, they block you after a while. Now there's this new thing in the NFL now. Like, if you start messaging these guys, they're starting to block people. Like, with me, there's a lot of guys with tough skin. Like, Leonard Fournette has not blocked me yet. I've talked shit about him. Gurley, guys like that. But, yeah, I've been blocked by Kyler, Odell, and a couple other guys. So, yeah, get ready for it. But a lot of guys interacting with my Instagram now. I was talking bad about the Vegas guy. It is what it is. What's his name? That guy, Alec Ingold, whatever. So he replied back. Anyway, so we got to move on here. Final score here, guys. Jacksonville, final score, please.
31-26
Jacksonville.
Well, one at a time. Hold on. Who what?
26-23.
I'll say 31-28 Jacksonville.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. That's a game I will not be watching. Let's put it that way. All right, we got to move on here. Let's go to Cleveland versus Dallas. So we're going to start off with Law Nation. Where are you? Law, and he's got a couple guys. He's got a whole crew with him today. I think Jordan's in the group, stuff like that. Who's in here?
Yeah, we got Tucker, and we also have my dog Ryan over here. So we a nation over here. We growing. Let's go.
Let's go. And then Zach, are you going to cover Cleveland for us today?
Yeah, I got Cleveland today. I don't know why I get to go up against people, but whatever.
You're against the Wolf Pack here, so good luck. I guess we'll start off with Law Nation and the Cowboys. State your case. And by the way, who is this wide receiver for? What's his name? Cedric Wilson. Where the fuck did he come from? I'm trying to play C. I'm looking for CD. Dude, everybody's getting the ball, which hurts Zeke because I think he only had 14 attempts. What's going on with this offense, and what are some expectations with your 4-point favorite week this week?
Well, Cedric is the second generation. His father played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so he's a guy that knows how to find the soft spots in the zone. He played quarterback in high school, and he's one of those guys that's right on page with everything. So Dak Prescott got a plethora of weapons. So if you want to win in your fantasy league today, start Dak Prescott. Hit start on Dak Prescott, and I think that the Dallas Cowboys will figure out a way to put out a win this day, and I think that Ezekiel Elliott should have a very productive day. They're going to focus back on Ezekiel Elliott.
Anyone else want to dive in from the Cowboys side?
Yeah,
absolutely. Let Jordan go.
I'll go ahead, Ryan. But I know, Joe, we spoke about last week comparing the Dallas running back position to the Cleveland Browns. So I feel like this week is where we're actually going to show this running back duo. Expect to see a lot more Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, like Law Nation mentioned. But as you mentioned, those weapons that we have here in Dallas with Cedric Wilson now coming on strong, Dak Prescott has so many different opportunities with the secondary limited for Cleveland. So I expect a high-scoring game this Sunday versus Cleveland.
Ryan, what are your thoughts?
So, Joe, Myles Garrett went to Texas A&M. He knows when you go to the mean streets of Dallas, Texas, you're going to meet some bad dudes. And Tyron Smith is a brick wall. He might have a chip. He might have a chip in the wall, but he's a brick wall. And he's back this week, and I think they're going to struggle to get pressure on Dak. Dak's going to pick him apart, and it's going to be a big day for Dak and the Dallas Cowboys.
Zach, what are your thoughts, man? 3-on-1 here.
It's my turn to go now. They're all done talking.
Yeah. So Cleveland?
They're talking about how they got Zeke, and they think Tony Pollard and Zeke's better than Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. But the Cleveland Browns have 170 yards per game on the ground this year. The Cowboys only have 107. Cowboys have been playing from behind a lot this season. I think the Browns can win this game, even though they're underdogs here. The Browns have a better defense than the Cowboys do. I don't think that's debatable there.
Shots fired.
They're from his fears,
Baker
Myles Garrett
been great.
and Sheldon. Yeah, those two guys.
Baker hasn't been great, but his offensive line has played up. Their offensive line's played pretty good. He's only been pressured 15 times this season, and they've just been running and pounding the ball. And I think if the Cowboys started off slow like they have been before, the Browns can get out to a lead. They can just pound this game out. It'll be a high-scoring game. Neither defense is great. I think the Browns win 31-30.
Wow. What is your guys' can I get a prediction from all three of you guys, Jordan, Ryan, and Laws?
I'll go first. I think the Cowboys will score north of 31. I got them right at 36 to. It's going to be a high-scoring game, 36-28. Cowboys triumph.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys winning 31-24. Big game from Dak Prescott once again, and also Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, I completely agree with Zach. It is going to be a tough day. The front four of the Browns is very tough. Myles Garrett leading that defensive line. I still think the Cowboys are going to win it 34-28.
All right, thanks, guys. We appreciate it as always. Let's go, Law Nation and those Cowboys, man. I got some fantasy stock into you guys. So let's move on from there. Appreciate it. So let's go to, where is he? Where's Reuben? Is he here? Reuben's got to cut his. We got our Vikings guy, Will. Where's Reuben?
I'm right here, bro.
Dude, you got to shave your head here on camera. So, let me put this on my story mode. Are you going to do this today, Reuben?
Before I cut my beautiful golden locks, I feel like Samson right now in the Bible. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't believe this Fan Network was going to work. If I didn't believe in Joe, these writers, the doctor, and all these 33, 34 other content creators.
Are you going to shave your head today? You're going to shave your head here live for all of us here.
Yeah, bro.
Here we go. Here we go.
Can I go out? Like a man.
Yeah, you got to do. You got to step up. You got to honor your word.
This Fan Network is going places, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna mention the other competitors because fuck, like they're not even worth our breath. You ready?
Oh no.
Y'all ready?
Oh, here we go. When was the last time you had your head shaved?
It's been a minute, man.
You got to get in there.
She's getting in there.
Oh my goodness. Does he ever shave his head? Have you ever shaved your head before?
I haven't been bald since I came out the womb.
I want to open this up to all ambassadors. What are your thoughts here? Can I get some reactions from everybody?
Welcome to the gang.
You're going to like it. You're going to love it. Happy when
it's just
You have so much hair.
But Chisel was afraid to put up his beard, though, man. Chisel didn't want to put up his beard.
I'm sorry, but those Clippers look more effective than Houston's offense. So.
There we go.
Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at the Clippers.
The Clippers, yeah.
Oh my goodness, man!
All right, let's
start off with the sides.
All right, Ruben, you got to talk because we can't see you. We got it on speaker view, so we got to see your hair being cut. Can you guys mute yourselves for a second? Because it's showing everybody else but Ruben right now. I can see Jeff right now. Jeff, mute yourself, please. I see Denzel Washington on the screen. I want to see the hair clipping. Can you guys mute yourself? Ruben, you got to say something.
I mean, I'm cutting my hair, Joe. What else?
Oh my God, you're not getting very far on that. Okay, while you're doing that, why don't you tell us your expectations for the Texans this week? I feel bad for the guy. All right, let's keep going.
I don't feel bad at all because I put myself in this situation. Bill O'Brien, you sack of shit excuse of a coach. I'm now going to look like you. So with that being said, we're going to smash the Minnesota Vikings.
You will.
Our defense is absolutely trash. Jeez Louise. And we're just going to find a way to do it. Bill O'Brien is taking his play calls back. I don't know how I feel about that. But against the best defense, last week, the Houston Texans did put up points until they failed to adjust. So we're going to have to get it going against these damn Minnesota Vikings.
All right, Vikings, what do you got to say? Keep shaving, man. We want to see a shaved head here. Get in there.
This is the Diggs trade versus Hopkins trade bowl, right? I feel bad for Houston's coaching staff. The heat has to be so hot down there for them. And it's taking the heat off us, to be honest with you, with all the COVID stuff. Hey, if the Vikings don't do well today, it's easy. The COVID stuff screwed us up. We lost half the week practicing, but it's all about Houston today for them and the pressure they're under. I think the Viking fans have reached a point where you're just kind of like, Trevor looks better and better. It's all about Trevor. So I'd love to see 38-31 today for Houston. Vikings get their fantasy points for all of us who have Cook or Jefferson or Thielen, even if you have Cousins. But, look, this ain't about us this week. It's been a long week for Vikings, not being able to practice, get in the facility, have no idea what to expect today. They could put up 40 or they could put up 0. I honestly have no idea what to expect with the Vikings today.
I think Houston should have their way with them. Ruben, why don't you give us a final score here, and then we're going to come back to you at the end of the show once you're fully shaved there, and we'll check in on you.
Final score, 38-31, Houston Texans, and I swear to God, if we lose, it's going to be hell.
Wow, that looks ridiculous, dude. That honestly looks ridiculous.
You know what, Joe? I go out with my shield. I put myself in this position.
Wow.
Because it's H-Town till I drown, and unfortunately, I fucking drowned.
You got screwed by Well, I think you're going to win this week. There's no doubt about it. I think the offense gets gelling. I think Watson is going to get going this week. I think David Johnson's going to have 3 touchdowns. I think this is the week. This is the week for sure. Because David Johnson did well considering he played against Steel Curtain and the Ravens. So
he did not do well. He averaged 1.9 yards a carry, and that's because our offense refuses to use him the correct way.
I know. All right, we got to move on. We're gonna check back with you. Remind me to check back with you. We got to move on here. I don't know how to top that. Let's go on to Seattle and Miami. Guys, are you gonna shave your heads as well? I'd like to see Norb Cam do the same thing.
Oh no!
Oh man, that was painful to watch. But man, I love my hair. I haven't been bald since I came out.
You look like Slick Rick over there. Really slick, really nice, looking fresh. All right, so what's going on?
But I'm excited about this game. I mean, Russell Wilson has the opportunity to break Peyton Manning's touchdown record for 4 games in. If he throws 2, he'll tie it. 3 to break it. I'm pretty sure he'll do it. I expect our defense to be as good as we've been, which is terrible. I'm probably going to give up a crap load of points. So once again, it's probably coming down to the fourth quarter and a shootout. But I think Russell Wilson will prevail. And I'll get to the score predictions later, but I feel pretty good about this game. But we have a lot of injuries on the defense, and already not great defense with even more injuries, particularly Jamal Adams not playing. So it's gonna be scary, man. It's gonna be like a roller coaster ride. Hang on and hope Russell Wilson can just drive this train to the end.
Doug, man, coming off a win last week. Did you not win last week? I believe.
Yes, sir. 31-13. Big W for the Miami Dolphins on national TV.
You're walking in with a little more pep in your step, the Conor McGregor kind of walk there. I see a little more swag in your
that Irish strut going. Yes,
there you go. I'm seeing it, man. So what are your expectations this week?
It's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna be a hard fought game. You know, Dolphins are 6-point underdogs in this one. Home. You know, Seattle has to go all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast. They tend to not do well in Dolphin Stadium. They kind of have a little bit of a history of not doing well when they have to come over to Miami. Like Norb, me and Norb did a little bit of a collab, and Norb said, hopefully the sprinklers don't go off this time. Hopefully they don't, because that was a little bit of a mess the last time. But it's in all honesty, it's going to be a hard fought game for this Miami Dolphins team. You know, the defense of the Dolphins have a lot on their hands, taking on Russell Wilson, Lockett, DK Metcalf, Carson's going to be in there. It's going to be a hard-fought game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Both these offenses love to throw the ball. Both of these offenses can throw the ball, and both of these defenses are having a hard time stopping that. So I think it's going to be a really high-scoring game.
I think it just depends on which quarterback shows up for you guys, because we know what you're going to get from Russell Wilson. You don't know what you're going to get from Fitzpatrick. And we joked about the whole Fitz magic or Fitz tragic. I'm hoping for the latter one, because if he doesn't bring him his magic, he's not going to be able to keep up in the track race.
Yeah. What are some final scores here? What do you guys think?
I'm actually going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say the Dolphins pull it off, surprise the world, and they're going to win this one. It's going to be a tight one, but I think they're going to win this one 30-28. Last time Seattle beat Miami in Miami, 1996. So I'm hoping that stays true, and I'm hoping the Dolphins pull off a huge upset this week, shock the world.
Well, as they say, records were meant to be broken. That is an old record, but Russell Wilson's shattering records out of the gate here. I think he'll continue to do that. Close one, though, but I think Seattle will prevail 31-27.
I see a Seattle blowout here. I really do. I know I'm crazy, but I mean, they're red hot. I mean, Russell Wilson's rookie card is skyrocketing. I'm a Russell Wilson rookie card signed rookie card owner. That thing, man, I got to get that thing graded, and maybe I might put a down payment on a mortgage or something like that, down payment on a house. That thing is just skyrocketing. Let's go Russell Wilson. Let's go Seahawks. Sorry, man.
Let's go Hawks. Go Hawks, baby. Let's go.
I'm invested in this, Doug. I apologize. I have to.
Hey, as long as you have Gesicki starting today, I'll forgive you.
All right. I do. I actually got him. So do you think Gesicki's going to have a good week this week? Because I got him started.
Yeah, I see that
one
of Seattle's starting linebackers is out. That secondary's beat up. Yeah. If you got Gesicki, even Parker, I'd start them.
All right, perfect. All right, we got to move on here, guys. Thank you, as usual. Move on here to the Chargers versus the Bucs. We got Matt covering the Chargers, and we got the Bucs. Liam, let's start with Liam. Where are you, man?
Right here. How's it going, Joe?
Man, I'm excited about those 7-point favorite Bucs this week, man. Is that going to continue? Are they going to continue the tear that is the 2 wins that they have?
I do. I think there's going to be a 10-point win today. I think it's going to be pretty defensive. I like the Chargers defense. I like the Bucs defense. I think it's going to be pretty similar to last week in terms of we're going to dial up those blitzes. We're going to confuse the Chargers O-line. We're going to confuse their young quarterback. We're going to get a lot of pressure on them, get a lot of sacks, grab a couple interceptions, and that's how we're going to win this game. I still don't think the Bucs offense is where it could be. And we're missing Chris Godwin today. We're missing Leonard Fournette today. I hope I continue to see strides from the offense, but it's still not there yet.
Is it the Rojo show this week, man? Rojo just
It is the Rojo
he
show
never
this week.
impresses. He never gets it done, that guy. So anticlimactic.
To be honest, I've never been the biggest fan of Ronald Jones. I just don't. He's not great. He's not a great blocking back. He doesn't seem to have the best vision. He does have good bursts, but I mean, I think there's a reason Fournette's more of a fan favorite right off the bat. Rojo's, he's had his struggles for sure.
He has, yeah. So what do you think of the Chargers there, Matt? Are you with us still?
Joe, if I was a betting man,
Yeah, here we
I
go.
would have lost everything by now.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is 3 weeks in a row. I have come on this platform and said that the Chargers are going to do something, and they've done and gone in the complete opposite direction.
Right.
So for everybody listening today, whatever I say, assume that the opposite will happen.
Same with those.
I don't know what's up with this team. They have a close game against the Chiefs, and then they lose to the Panthers. And I said they were going to beat the Panthers. I don't know how the hell that happened. So, Liam, you guys are either going to win or you're going to lose. Whatever Chargers team shows up today, I don't know. I don't know. I'm at this point, I'm going to flip a coin, and that's going to be my answer. But they do have 4 starters out today, especially along the offensive line. So that's going to be a big issue with them. Justin Herbert against Tom Brady. It's the matchup that everybody wants to see. So, I mean, Joe, can you help me out here, man? I don't know what to do anymore.
I think you guys are in trouble. I mean, your secondary is probably the only strength you guys have, really, right? I mean, you can't get that offense going. Maybe Eckler gets going, runs for 5,000 yards, and they run over the Buccaneers. I mean, he's going to have a challenge there as well. I mean, Bucs are banged up, though. That's your advantage. I mean, that's
We are banged up. And I do think Tom's going to face some pressure today. So it's kind of like who turns the ball over less, Tom Brady or Justin Herbert, and that's what it comes down to. You'd probably think Herbert's going to turn it over a little more.
You would think so, yeah, for sure. So final score here, Liam.
I'm going to say 24-14 Bucks.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Matt?
I would say 28-21 Chargers.
Oh, wow. You're optimistic the Chargers are going to pull this one off.
And then they might lose 28-21. So I don't know anymore.
Well, yeah, they almost had Kansas City. I don't really get that. It's like they should have beat Kansas City, but then they lose to Carolina and have a hard time against Cincinnati. We'll see.
All right, should be an interesting one. We got to move on here, guys, to the Ravens and the Washington football team. So let's go to the 1-2 Washington football team. Is Ed here, Mr. Ed Oliver? Are you in the house?
What's going on? Hail to the football team.
Oh, man, what's going on about that football team? I think we need a win here. What is going on with your team as of late? And what are expectations for this game? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You are going on against a pissed-off Ravens team coming off a tough loss. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so right now we are officially atop the NFC East, or AKA the NFC least. We're 1-2, still atop of the division. The Ravens are pissed off after getting blown out on Monday Night Football at their home.
Yep.
But, I don't really see us winning this game. Chase Young is out. McLaurin is questionable. I think he's expected to play. That was reported earlier this morning. McLaurin's going to play. And Steve Sims, the wide receiver, is out for today. So Haskins doesn't have a lot of weapons to really work with. He's actually on the hot seat. There was a rumor going around that Ron Rivera said that he could possibly be benched today if he doesn't improve today. And they could bring in the backup quarterback, Kyle Allen. So this is not a good game to tell your quarterback he could be benched, because I mean the Ravens defense for a young quarterback like Dwayne Haskins, he could get benched pretty quick in this game. I could see it happening, unfortunately. But if he can get the ball to McLaurin and we get a run game with Gibson, then maybe he can finish this game and not get benched. So we'll see what happens.
And what are your thoughts, Mr. Joe?
I just don't get why they're putting this ultimatum on Dwayne Haskins going up against the Ravens, bro, out of all teams. You know what I mean? I mean, Haskins might be benched in the first quarter. He might throw 3 picks against a very angry Marcus Peters, who got toasted all last week on Monday, and Marlon Humphrey as well. So, I don't think this is going to be a pretty game. I think that we are going to come into this game focused. I think that we are going to win by at least 2 touchdowns. And it's not me being Homer. It's just that I think that the Ravens are going to, take a look at themselves after that ass beating that we got. and we're going to come in and pretty much take it out on Dwayne Haskins. And
what are you talking about? Mahomes torched those guys. Haskins is going to do the same thing. Get out of here.
Right.
They're
One
Swiss
thing-
cheese.
yeah, one-
You know you don't believe
You're
that,
right,
Joe.
Joe. You're right, Joe. One thing I will say. You're right, Joe. I like to think it.
Gotta be
One thing I will
optimistic.
say- One thing I will say: when you make Lamar Jackson into a pocket passing quarterback, he'll lose. And the Ravens don't really play well when they're down. Lamar's 0-5 when he's down at halftime. He's 0-5 when he's down at halftime. So we'll see. If we can get a jump out and get a lead some way, somehow, throw the ball to McLaurin, then the Ravens are toast.
McLaurin is getting clamped. Put Humphrey on him, and you don't even have to worry about him at all.
Well, no, we're gonna line him up against Marcus Peters, and he loves to gamble, so that's what we're gonna do.
That might be a problem. Sure.
Ed, what's your final score on this? I mean, you got to be optimistic, but also realistic. I mean, Vegas has Ravens, like, Joe said, 2 touchdowns win here. But I mean, because they're so banged up, it doesn't help your case. So what is your honest prediction here on this outcome?
Right. I mean, Chase Young being out really kills us, and Matt Ice being out, Steve Sims being out too, and the offensive line is really not good. Haskins is a young quarterback, so I got to be realistic. I do have us losing the game, no surprise. I'll say 24-16 instead of the national media saying 40-5 or 40-7 or something like that.
You got to understand, though, in any type of football matchup, and maybe you guys can agree with me, typically when you're banged up, there is other people that sometimes step up. So it's kind of like you brace yourself to do a little bit better. And sometimes it works the other way with the high power team. Sometimes they can underestimate the weaker opponent on paper, right? So you never really know. It's any given Sunday. This could be closer than what Vegas is predicting and what Ed is saying. This could happen. It could be closer than people think. So it should be interesting.
And also, Ronnie Stanley might not play this game, so that's something to look out for. DJ Fluker might be taking over left tackle. But luckily, Chase Young isn't playing, so we don't really, I mean, I know they still have Montez Sweat and all those boys, but I think we'll be all right.
Should be a good matchup. All right, we got to shift gears, guys. Thank you for being here. As always, see you next Sunday. We're moving on to the LA Rams and the Giants. Kid Blue. Why don't we start off with Kids Blue? And he showed up a little bit late here in the meeting. He's not showing up because I think he was afraid, just kind of like the Giants aren't showing up. Where are you, Kid Blue? What's going on with your Giants?
I'm here, man. I'm here. It's sad days, man. It's raining down here where I live in Florida, and it pretty much represents my mood for this game. I mean, we're 13.5-point underdogs, so I think that pretty tells the story. Tells the story pretty well there.
That's generous.
The Giants are a mess right now. The Giants are an absolute mess right now, and it's not good that we got to go on and face a beat up but very good San Francisco team, and then the next week we have to go to the West Coast and face the Rams. So I don't like our chances. I'll be honest with you. Our team is probably the worst in football. Not gonna lie. Well,
no, Jets are probably.
Yeah, the 2 worst teams in football are New York teams that play in New Jersey. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on this, man? I mean, you have no argument here, Trent. I mean, literally, you just got to say, hey, we're going to win.
Yeah, it's tough. This reminds me of like a movie you'd watch where there's like an undercover detective, a cop, and he's infiltrating the gang or the mafia. And to earn their trust, he's got to like shoot some guy that he doesn't have a problem with. He's like he's got these morals, and they bring this guy in.
Yeah.
And they're like cap him, and he's got to do it to be on the inside. So that's what the Rams are. The Rams just have to they have nothing against the Giants, but they just gotta take them out. It's tough. Like, I have no beef with the Giants, and I feel bad for Kid Blue and all the Giant fans. I mean, their offensive line is like the worst in the league. Daniel Jones has more rushing yards than the rest of the team combined. AD is going to go up against probably one of the worst centers in football.
Right.
So look at AD to get 3+ sacks. The Rams are like top in offensive efficiency. The Giants are last. I mean, it's just, from a Rams fan, we've had 3 tough games. We got to get back on track, and this is the perfect game to pad the stats. So if you have Jared Goff in fantasy, if you have one of the Rams receivers, Henderson, if you have Rams players in fantasy, this is the week to start them. And also Cam Akers is out this week. So this is going to be the Darrell Henderson / Malcolm Brown. And if you're a Rams fan, this is great because you get to see all your second stringers because come the fourth quarter, this is going to be blowout city.
I think your analogy, Kid Blue, before you rebuttal this or debate this, your analogy I think was okay, but I think it's more like a horror flick, right? And then you got like Jason or Freddy Krueger, and he's got the hack slash machete, and he's about to chop down. That's more the scene I'm seeing here. I think you're being a little nice there. It's going to be a slaughter fest here. I mean, they've got nothing. I mean, who's going to run for them? Freeman? Is Freeman the saving grace here? What's going on, Kid Blue? Do you have any chance here at all?
Honestly, absolutely not. As far as the offensive standpoint, because I mean, Los Angeles' offense is great, and I think the Giants will be able to start off strong, as they do in every single game. These past three games, the defense starts off extremely strong, and then they get demoralized because the offense can't move the ball downfield. Guys like James Bradbury on defense, one of the best corners in football right now. Our interior defensive line, our edge rusher doing fine, but after a while, they just slowly fade away. And so I could see us holding it close in the probably the first quarter, but it's going to get out of hand in the second and on, just like the 49ers game.
Sports Fan All Day says his name is Danny Fumbles, not Daniel Jones. So a lot of people saying he sucks. People still.
Hey, I think he's like top 10 in fumbles this year. I think that there's plenty of other quarterbacks that fumble more than Daniel Jones this year so far. So I guess we got that to hang on.
Hold on. A Cardinals fan, rise up to the Red Sea Gonzalez, says Giants win by 1. So there you go. We got some optimism there. What do you got to say about that, Trent?
That's just an NFC West hater. Cardinals fan, that's not real. And Kid Blue, like as a Rams fan, I know exactly what you're going through right now. This was the Rams offense circa 2013, 14, 15, 16, when like our defense was solid, like they wouldn't win a game, but they wouldn't lose a game, and they were just like good, but the offense would, when Tavon Austin's your number one and Trey Mason, like what are you going to do? So I feel you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We have a beat up offense right now. I think our top 3 receivers going into it right now are Golden Tate, Darius Slayton, and I think CJ Board. If you guys know who CJ Board is, because I barely know who he is. So top 3 receivers right now. And Devontae Freeman, who is the second week with the Giants. So it's gonna be fun.
All right. Well, so let's move on here. We got to move on. Thank you guys for being here. It's going to be a slaughter fest. I don't see any way around it. All right, we got to move on to the Colts and Bears. Where are you, Faizan? Let's battle it out. Where are you?
What's going on, Joe?
Hey, we are the favorite. Actually, I got a Colts hat. You can't see it. I wear it backwards.
Yeah,
but
I got a Bears hat.
I got a Bears hat over here too. Hold on, I pull it up.
You should probably put that one on too, because you have the losing team's hat on.
Colts and Bears. I got both hats here. Hold on, I pull up the screen. So I've got the Bears and the Colts on. It's going to be a good matchup here. Finally, Tariq Cohen is out. Oh, hallelujah!
Happy about that.
Ding dong.
Lamar Miller is in.
No, he's on the practice squad. Is he going to get some playing time?
No, he's on the practice squad. You're right. So don't expect to see him this week unless, again, we haven't seen the actives or inactives yet, but I don't expect him to be active. So, yeah, Joe, look, the Bears are supposed to play at 12 o'clock. Our game got moved because the Chiefs and Patriots game got postponed. So this is the one thing I'm not happy about because the Bears are 3-0 on noon games, and now we got to play in the afternoon. But listen, you're playing a team against the Colts who I have no idea why they're favored, because they lost to the Jaguars. They've beaten up on the lowly Jets and the underachieving Vikings team. So it's like, I don't know what Vegas is seeing, but again, maybe they're not watching the games. The Bears are 3-0. I know they haven't beat up on great teams as well, but some good quarterbacks, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, guys like that. So obviously the biggest thing is to change that quarterback. Nick Foles is in. So I expect, Nick Foles to be solid, obviously. But, again, the Colts defense is going to be better than anything the Bears have played. So this is the first week I'm going to say expect a heavy dose of David Montgomery now that he is
finally
running back. Yeah.
Finally. But
I think you see that. And as for the defense, the Bears just got to keep Phillip Rivers in the pocket because he's a standing duck.
Yeah.
Get some pressure on him. He's going to fold like a cheap tent.
He's terrible.
He's terrible, yeah. So I'm only worried about Jonathan Taylor. That's it. You stop Jonathan Taylor, you get the victory here. So, again, I know Vegas has the Colts as a favorite, but I'm going Bears to win this game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to debate that being a Colts fan here. But again, Rivers has to step it up here, okay? He has to step it up. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, completely unacceptable. And I hate Phillip Rivers because he's just one of those guys that are plugging in here he's a filler, right? He's not the future of the team, and I don't know if Eason's the guy either behind him. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not sold. Hilton can't get into a groove. Michael Pittman's banged up. They're not using Jonathan Taylor to his full potential. I know in week 2 he had a good week. Week 3 not so much. Naheem Hines, I'm not really sold on this offense right now. They're not getting me giddy and excited. I believe if I'm not correct here, I think Jack Doyle is back in the lineup. Mo Ali Cox is like their number 1 receiving target right now. I mean, they're screwed. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. I understand the 3-point favorite. Again, probably predicate on O-line, predicate on certain things. Maybe Nick Foles, they're not comfortable with him working in that offense. I don't know, but it's going to be entertaining. I'll be watching this one at 4 o'clock. Definitely over the Rams and the Giants game for sure. Unless you want to see somebody get beat up so badly, it's entertaining. So, yeah, it's going to be entertaining. I'm going to be honest. I'll be watching the Bills and Raiders game over this one for sure.
Yeah. Last quick thoughts on this one. I'll just say I know a lot of the over totals are going crazy and nuts this week, like 50, 55 points. This is probably going to be one of the slowest games in terms of a defensive battle. So if that's your, cup of tea, watch some Bears Colts today. And I think the Bears get it done here. My final score is 24-21 Bears.
Final score? I can't debate that because I'm not sold on the Colts offense unless Taylor gets going.
Say it, Joe. Say the Bears.
Oh, man. I don't want to say.
You know you want to. I'm 3-0. I'm about to go 4-0.
24-17 Bears on this one. I can't. I don't know, man. I don't see it. We'll have to see. All right, we're going to have to move on here. We're going to go to Buffalo and the Raiders. Our Raiders guy said he kind of slept in, so we're going to have to get him. I don't know was he partying last night? Vegas Raiders Day. I mean, you guys are only 2-1. So is Dan here? Is Dan in the house? I know Dan's
my friend, I am.
Dan, this is dedication. First of all, you're coming back. Are you on vacation? What's going on here?
Yeah, so I needed to take a little break. I got out of town. I'm still in the car getting ready to start making the preps for the 425 game. But yeah, man, I was super desperate of coming back on here and just talking shit to the Raiders fan. But it looks like he's not here.
He's going to be here. He's coming in now. He said he's waking out of his sleep and slumber. He should be rolling out of bed. He'll be here. But why don't you give us a breakdown for your analysis? If he makes it and he can build a case here, he'll be on after.
Yeah, man, for sure. Listen, honestly, when it comes down to it and you just compare the two teams, the Buffalo Bills are the better squad, dude. They really are. As far as the injuries from the Raiders' perspective is concerned, I mean, they're going to be missing out on Henry Ruggs. They're going to be missing out on Edwards. And honestly, I just think that our defense is really going to bully them around. We've been struggling the past couple of weeks of being able to stop the run. So Josh Jacobs is always going to be a concern for me. But I really think that the Bills defense is pissed off because they think that they're being overlooked and the Bills offense is winning games for them again. I really think the Bills defense is going to have a damn chip on their shoulder and they're coming back with a vengeance, and they are going to make it very, very difficult for Carr and the Raiders offense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Vegas Raider guy is coming in right now. He just texted me. But listen, with this one, again, Raiders, Josh Jacobs has got to get going. I think he's going to struggle a little bit in this matchup. Carr is just not the solution, and they've got no receivers. Waller's their top receiver. He did nothing last week at all. Absolutely nothing. And that's their top receiver. Look for him to get involved. And I understand he's a little bit banged up, but it's not really an excuse. I don't think Carr is good, and you've got Josh Allen, who's actually making a consideration, like he's making a case for MVP here next to Russell Wilson. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm excited. Dan, I'm actually excited about this game, aren't you?
Oh yeah, dude, 110%. Just because I know that we're about to go 4-0. Past couple of weeks, man, like I've been trying to say that the Bills are about to run the damn ball, and I have been wrong every single time. It seems like Josh Allen and Brian Dable are sticking to the pass attack first, and I'm completely fine with it. I mean, definitely look for another huge fantasy performance from Josh Allen today. He's about to bully that defense.
Is Moss back? Is Moss coming back?
No, he's still out, man. Turf toe.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Raiders is in here. He's going to make a debate with you. He's loading up right now. While we do that, What's your final score on this, Dan, on this matchup? What do you think?
Final score, I'm going 35-21 Bills.
Okay. Raiders, are you
And
here?
with Josh Allen throwing for over 300 once again and racking up about 3 touchdowns.
All right, Darian, are you in the house yet? He's connecting. Darian.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we were chopping up your team, man. We were making fun of Derek Carr. We were saying you have no receivers. We were saying Waller's not going to get it going. We were saying that MVP Josh Allen. We're basically saying that the Raiders are fucked this week. What are your thoughts? I'm glad you came in.
I wouldn't say the Raiders is fucked as players, but John Gruden was a conservative as play caller last week. Very conservative as play caller. There's no way I'm ripping my own team because there's no way that we let Bill Belichick have his last final timeout with 12 minutes left and we don't take advantage of that. Sorry to say, it is what it is, but we're on to the Buffalo Bills. And what I got to say here is that this is going to be a close game because the Bills was up 28-3 and damn near almost lost to the Rams.
True, good point.
The Rams offense and their wide receivers is just as okay as ours. So with that being said, Robert Woods is he's a good wide receiver, but is he an elite wide receiver? No. We don't have an elite wide receiver right now because both of our first-round rookies are done. They are done right now. They're going to be out. But I feel like we can score points on this Buffalo Bills defense. We've seen it happen week after week after week. The last 3 weeks, they didn't even let Miami score. Miami scored points on them. So I think my Raiders could do it. Plus, Derek Carr has not thrown an interception this year. So people can blame Derek Carr all they want. Our offensive line has to be better. So if our offensive line can be better and keep Carr clean, is enough said. The numbers doesn't lie when it comes to Derek Carr.
Damn.
Our defense, we get Nick Kowalski back as our middle linebacker. He's back this week.
He's made a
Only person
case.
Really missed on the defensive side is Damon Arnett. And that's our first round overall pick. So with the Raiders, it's going to be a tough one for us, but I do see it being close, 27-24 Raiders.
Wow, Dan, there you go. Do you have a rebuttal here?
Yeah, no, sorry. I was just distracted. I'm trying to find the almost lost column in a team's record. We're 3-0.
It doesn't matter. You rack up your team's record. You're supposed to be a top 5 defense, Dan. Come on.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be a top 5 defense. And I told you this on your show. Y'all supposed to be a top 5 defense. We know this, Dan. Come on.
Yeah, dude, honestly, man, like real talk, I am sort of nervous about Josh Jacobs. I'm just really hoping that our defense is just absolutely pissed off and they turn it around. Yeah, man, I mean, I think that the Raiders are going to have a lot of success on the ground, but I mean, really when it comes down to Josh Allen, man, like say, for example, that the Raiders are only winning by less than 7 and the Bills have one more possession before the game ends, I know we're winning. That's the confidence Josh Allen has given me. He has 10 career game-winning drives, 10 career, whatever. You know it, man. I'm ready for Josh Allen. I'm ready for this game, and I'm really looking forward to 4-0.
And listen, I completely understand. I know, like I've been saying before all year, our first 6 weeks are tough for the Raiders. Our first 6 weeks, and I didn't know on the offensive side of the ball, we was going to be that depleted on the offensive side of the ball. But I feel like now, if you see with Aguilar and Zay Jones getting more of the reps now, and you see what they could do even when they was on the field, they could get Carr could get him the ball. It's just that our offensive line's got to hold up, knowing that there's no Trent Brown. I don't know why the hell we paying him $20 million to just baby a calf. I don't know why the hell we're paying him. Just get rid of Trent Brown. Just get him out of here. Number one. Number two, even our backup Sam Young, he's supposed to be coming back today, but I don't know for sure what's going on with that. So I'm just kind of nervous on the offensive line part. Now on our defense, I don't know if Zach Moss playing today. Is he out today, Dan?
Yeah, he is, man. He has a turf toe. You're probably going to be seeing a lot of Singletary, but like I was just telling Joe, dude. Like, I mean, I've been betting that the Bills were going to run for the past 3 weeks, and it just hasn't happened. It seems like our identity is air first. So, I mean, I see Josh Allen just really going to the air.
It's just going to be an awesome game.
I'm looking forward to this game.
It's going to be a good game.
This game I want to watch. Final score here, guys.
27-24 Raiders.
All right. And Dan, you already gave us the final score, but he hasn't heard it yet. Darian hasn't.
35-21 Bills.
Wow. Confidence. I love it. All right, we got to shift gear, guys. I got to move on here. So thank you guys for being here. I'm losing my matchups here. We got the 49ers on now. Let's get them on here. Who's here from the 49ers? And I don't think we have a Philly guy. Anyone cover Philly? Jump on in to talk Philly. Oh,
I got it.
Okay, so Jeff's got Philly. And then let's start off with Philly, and then we'll go to our 49ers guys. So what's going on with Philly? Expectations? Is this going to be the Miles Sanders show?
It's got to be, because we don't have any receivers. Jason Peters is out. If I was a Philadelphia fan right now, there's two things. Our new chant is "Cry, Eagles, Cry." And our favorite song is "Take These Broken Wings."
Yeah.
Because we have nothing. Deshaun Jackson, gone. Alshon Jeffrey, he ain't coming back. I don't even know why we're still holding on to this guy. We've got a rookie that nobody's heard of. The one guy I am excited to see, and I'm going to tell you, if you guys play fantasy, you may want to take this guy and stash him. They've signed Hakeem Butler, pick for Arizona, was a wide receiver, great guy out of Iowa State. They're going to take this guy, since now Dallas Goedert is out as well. They're going to run him as a tight end. This guy may wreak some havoc. So we're going to see what's going to happen, man. I saw my man Nick with his head down in the Niners locker room. There's no need to have your head down today, man. We tied against the Cincinnati Bengals. What the hell else do I need to say? That's pretty much it. That sums it up right there.
You guys showed how to spend $128 million. How to waste $128 million. You guys showed the world how to do that. Carson Wentz.
You're exactly right, man. And I'm telling you, if Wentz has one more damn bad game, I'm calling for Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna be like,
I agree.
Put the guy in. Give Wentz a break, man. Let him heal his back or whatever. That money is already gone. See what you got in Jalen Hurts, and hell, try to get Antonio Brown. What else can you do, man? They suck.
Yeah.
Wings are broken.
Go
ahead, Nick.
Yeah, look, man, I was going to touch on all that, but you just kind of just put the team right under the bus, right? And that's kind of how Doug Peterson is doing to Carson Wentz right now, right? So he's kind of throwing him under the bus. So look, man, like you said, man, you guys are down a ton of injuries, but look, the 49ers are down a lot of people as well, right? We obviously know that Deebo Samuel's coming back off of the PUP list and the IR as well. So this will be his first game back. Don't look to him to be getting a lot of play in this game, but I think they're going to ease him back in. Obviously, he hasn't been on the field since the Super Bowl, and he had no training camp and things like that because it was an off-season injury. Moving on, you're getting Brandon Ayuk showed out last week, so he's going to be fit more into this offense as well. Nick Mullins. I mean, the guy came out and proved last week that he can run this offense, right? Us as Niners fans know who he is, what he's going to give us. I'm not worried about Jimmy Garoppolo sitting right now. Look, this is a stretch right now that you need to sit Jimmy Garoppolo and get him healthy to move forward for that Week 7 game where that little gauntlet gets a little bit worse. But yeah, like you said, man, look, Jason Peters being out. Look, I look for the rookie Javon Kinlaw to have a huge game today. Huge game up the middle. Against that offensive line that just cannot protect Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz last week, they started getting him out on the move a little bit more, did a little bit better and using his feet, but they're also trying to keep him safe as well. He's thrown 2 interceptions each game so far. When is it going to be the Jalen Hurts show, right? Do the 49ers defense get rid of Carson Wentz today with backups and just show that Carson Wentz just can't get it done right now? No matter what it is. But look, I have complete optimism that the 49ers team comes in here and rolls Philadelphia today.
Is Deebo getting eased in, or is he going to be the primary receiver today?
No, Kyle Shanahan straight came out and said that he is our starting receiver. He's earned that from last year, but this is going to be a game where we just ease him back in. So I don't even look for him to start the game. I think mainly they'll use him a lot of in a decoy type of mode.
Right.
So you may see him doing those motions and those pre-snap motions and things like that. But I don't look for him to have a huge game today. Just get him into the game, get his feet wet and get him into football shape as well. So if you have him in fantasy, I do. Personally, I'm not starting him just because of the fact that I don't think he's going to have a lot of touch today.
Yeah, I think Kittle's going to get some work, though. He should be good to go.
Kittle, I didn't even mention Kittle. Kittle's
Yeah.
going to destroy the linebacking core in Philadelphia.
Right. It's going to be a big game for him, man.
He may break that single game record that he couldn't break last year when Kyle Shanahan just didn't give him the ball and he only needed 3 more yards. He may break that single game record again today against that horrible linebacking core in Philadelphia.
Are the 49ers for real? Sorry, Jeff. Are the 49ers for real this year, or do you think they're kind of like a kind of skeleton version of themselves from last year? What are your thoughts on the team overall?
Look, Kyle Shanahan built this team to where it's not just starters. The depth pieces as well, they proved it last year. We were down 13 guys last year and still made a Super Bowl run.
Right.
A lot of people don't talk about that. The depth pieces played more than some of our starters last year and continued to roll this train forward to a Super Bowl appearance, right? Look, this team is built as a team. This team isn't built for 11 guys on offense and 11 guys on defense. We've seen that. We got guys like Jason Verrett filling in right now, who hasn't played in who knows how many years. When the guy's healthy, he's a Pro Bowl type corner, if he's healthy, right? You got a Richard Sherman down, you replace him with a Jason Verrett. You get Emmanuel Mosley down. Right now, we're starting Dante Johnson because Akella Witherspoon is out as well. But that's another third-round draft pick that can play football. You got linebackers, right? We're down Dre Greenlaw today, but you got a guy named Aziz Al-Shaair stepping in.
Right.
Nick Bosa out. Kerry Hyder Jr. comes in. D Ford out. You got Deion Jordan or Ziggy Ansah. So these guys are built to go the long run. That week 1 game, I'm glad we lost that game because it takes us out of that revenge mode and just play football and just keep going. So I still think the Niners are a legit chance, and the NFC West is a very hard division, probably the best division in the NFL, but it's still possible, man. It's still possible. I wouldn't count the Niners out yet.
Can I get some final scores from you guys here?
Whoa, man. I say Philly, 3 points. They're going to stack the line against Miles Sanders. He's not going to be able to do anything. The only thing I'm thinking, maybe they get something to Zach Ertz. Maybe they get something to Greg Ward. But, I'm looking at 3 points. I'm looking at the Niners, maybe 17, man.
Yeah, I'm going bigger than that. And I'm going with garbage time touchdowns for the Eagles. But I'm going to go 35-17. And the reason I'm doing that is because the Niners are averaging at least 29 points per game right now. And that defense over there in Philly is just not up to par. So I'm going 35-17 with a couple, maybe a touchdown and a field goal in garbage time for the Eagles.
All right. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. We got to move on here. This game is postponed, but I want to get some words from Mark. Mark, are you in here? And then we're going to go to check our guy with the shaved head here. So Titans, guys, with the whole COVID thing, we got to check in with Mark, see what's going on with the Titans right now. Is Mark in the house? I don't think he is in here, is he?
Mark is not here.
Okay, Mark is not here. He left. Yeah, because that's the postponed game. All right, we'll move on here. Monday Night Football. We're going to go and we're going to check the shaved head of Reubens. We got to check in with him in a sec. But I want to talk to Bosarowski. Quick preview on some expectations for Monday Night Football's game. We're going to have our showdown tomorrow. But I wanted to just have you on here. Just talk a little bit about Packers' expectations for this game, please.
There's not really much to talk about, man. The Falcons have the worst defense in football, and the Packers have the best offense. There's really not much else I can say about that. They could have, even if Devontae doesn't play, they could put fucking Air Bud out there at receiver. Aaron Rodgers still gonna have a day. It doesn't matter.
So do you think it's the 7-point favorite? Do you think Vegas is being generous there? It could be worse.
Yes. I mean, I think they're only being generous because Devontae's questionable, but Kenny Clark's coming back. So sorry, but so with the Packers, the thing with the Packers is the run defense does suck, but they have the least attempts rushed on them, meaning they go up by a lot of points and teams go away from running. Although that's how you can beat the Packers, but how are you going to run when you're down 2 scores? You know what I mean? So Gurley's a good running back. I don't know what he's been doing in Atlanta, but
nothing.
If the Falcons go down by 2 scores, he ain't going to be getting the ball regardless. So and Kenny Clark's going to be coming back too. So that's another plus for the Packers defensive line there on stopping the run game of the Atlanta team. But
Falcons are banged up, right? Julio's questionable.
Their defense is trash. Keanu Neal's out. Tack McKinley's out. Ricardo Allen's out. The Packers are banged up too, but they still average 40.5 points a game. So
yeah,
I'm not really worried about that.
Well, we appreciate it. We're going to have you on tomorrow, Monday Night Football, full preview. I'm excited about this game. The only reason being is that I think the Falcons are desperate. They got to win because they're desperate. So I'm going to go and bank on that. That's kind of the reason that I'm going with. So thanks, Bosrowski. Appreciate it as per usual. It means a lot that you stayed till the end here. All right, so let's take a look at Ruben's head here. Let's move over here. Ruben, how did this shave go here?
Pretty good, man.
Oh, my goodness. You got to clean that up. You missed it. There's your patches. You're everywhere, man.
All right, Joe. All right.
It looks good, man. It doesn't look that bad.
I don't. I look like I could cracked in an RV with my high school teacher.
No, it looks good, dude. Honestly, you look tougher. No, you look good.
Sad day, bro.
When was the last time you shaved your head? Seriously, have you shaved your head?
I've never had my head shaved.
Oh, it feels good. Now you can ask your wife or girlfriend, whatever.
It's cold.
Get a scalp massage. Scalp massages feel better when you have a shaved head, honestly. Just enjoy it. It'll grow back.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Got to be optimistic. And the good news is I really think the Texans are going to beat Minnesota today.
They don't have another choice.
They have no choice.
I mean, like, if you don't win this game, your season's over.
That's it. Well, there you have it, guys. He shaved his head. Thanks, Ruben, for taking it for the team. We really appreciate it. Fan to Fan Network. And that wraps it up, guys. I mean, that was a big day today. We got some big games coming up. I mean, hopefully everybody stays healthy through all of this madness. A huge episode. Thanks to all the ambassadors for being here, guys, as per usual. And listen, we'll be on tomorrow for Monday Night Football. And subscribe to this YouTube channel for all the latest news and notes and everything fantasy football.